Yo, 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 what is up? What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for another edition of our watch along video. This time around, it's the Tuesday Champions League games. We have some very interesting games on the cards today. A number of former finals that are gonna be contested today. You have PSG versus Bayern, who met in the 2020 Champions League final, and also Liverpool versus Real Madrid. There have been several finals of this kind of fixture. The most recent one was in 2002, the one in which Real Madrid won by a famous Vinicius Junior goal. Did they also meet in the 2018 Champions League final as well? The one where man like Karius was the one that cost Liverpool the title on that particular day. It's also the final where Salah went down injured with a serious shoulder injury. He was unable to play the entire game. So anyway, that is what I like about this new Champions League format, where we can have some very interesting games, some very interesting matchups that are gonna be contested, and we hope that the games are gonna be super exciting as always. And as always, guys, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy right here, Vinskey Valor. As always, if it's your first time here on the channel, do make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new. For any returning subscriber, make sure you support the channel by liking the video. So the games will be kicking off at the top of the hour at 2300 hours. Basically, there are also a few games that were played earlier on. Napoli and Frankfurt, they played out to a 0-0 draw. And of course, Slavia Prague were beaten 3-0 by Arsenal. So Arsenal are currently top of the standings of the Champions League group, because it's actually match day 4. So Arsenal have actually scored considered no goals and have maximum points. So Arsenal are the team that are currently flying top, but this also be another chance for PSG to go back to the top of the table, because PSG was the team that was in top spot together with Inter Milan and Bayern Munich. All three teams are sharing a top spot. So it's actually a battle for the two top teams, Paris versus Bayern Munich. And of course, Inter and Real Madrid are the other teams with a 100% record in the Champions League. Liverpool are also on 6 points because they actually lost the game against Galatasaray. So anyway, this is going to be a very interesting night. Do expect a lot of mouth-watering what? Anyway, just expect a wonderful Champions League evening, man. In fact, this is one of the games that I've been looking forward to ever since the league phase was announced way back in late August, early September. So let's see how this game are gonna pan out. As for the lineups, let me show you the lineups, guys, so that we can all be on the same page. So this is the lineups, guys. For Liverpool, you have Mamadashvili, Connor Bradley, Konate, Van Dijk, and Robertson. I like that back line. At least Slot is getting is beginning to find now his favorite back line. Because before he was kind of confused. He didn't know whether to play Robertson or Kakes, but Kakes has been in shambolic form recently. In fact, Kakes is a guy who has completely not settled into his new club. So I'm happy to see Robertson. Robertson, yes, he might be a bit old, but at least he still knows how to do the business. And of course, in midfield, you have Gravenbach, McAllister, and Sabozla. Then, of course, Salah, Eketiki, and Florian Wirtz. So it's actually a change of personnel. From the team that did beat Aston Villa on the weekend. So Florian Wirtz comes into the team. He replaces Cody Gakpo. For Real Madrid, we're going to have Thibaut Courtois in goal, Valverde, Militao, Hausen, and Carreras in mid defense. Then in midfield, you're going to have Adagula, Kamavinga, Chouameni, and Vinicius. Then, of course, up front, you're going to have Bellingham as the number 10, and of course, Kylian Mbappe as the lone striker. So, this is actually going to be a Actually, it's gonna be a 4-2. Actually, more or less a 4-3-3. But we'll see how they line up. Real Madrid, fresh of a very impressive victory over Valencia over the weekend. A very impressive 4-0 victory over Valencia. For the subs bench, you're gonna have Gomez, Endo, Kakes, Chiesa, Curtis Jones, Gakpo, Woodman, Ngomoha, and Miska. And then, of course, for Madrid, you're gonna have Edric, Rodrigo, Trent. Yes, he's making his appearance to Liverpool after departing for Madrid on the summer. Then Lunin, Garcia, Asensio, Ceballos, Fran Garcia, Brahim Diaz, Fallon Mendy, and of course, Fran Gonzalez. So that's the team for Liverpool versus Madrid. Then let's see, for PSG Bayern, let's look at the lineup. So going to have Chevalier in goal, Mendes, Pacho, Marquinhos, Hakimi, Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha, Zaire Emery, and of course, Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, and Bakola. At least Dembele is back after recovering from a few niggles injuries, man. Then, of course, for Bayern, we're going to have Neuer in goal, Stanisic, Tah, Upamecano, and Lima, Pavlovic, Kimmich, Olise, Gnabry, Luis Diaz, and Harry Kane. For PSG, the guys on the bench have Beraldo, Gonzalo Ramos, Kang Lee, Hernandez, Mayulu, Stefanov, Jontao, Mbaye, João Neves, and Marin. For Bayern, we're going to have Kim Min-jae, Goretzka, Nicholas Jackson, Bischoff, Guerrero, Bowie, Utrecht, Uraib, and of course, Ska. So that is the bench for both teams. Yeah, and both games are about to kick off. At least both teams have now made their way. Sorry about that. So both teams have already made their way onto the pitch. Let's see how this game is gonna pan out. And as always, guys, make sure you support the channel by liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you are new. And of course, if you are not new around here, if it's it's actually your several others, a number of returns to this watch along, make sure you support the channel by liking the video. So we are about to start Madrid. We are gonna be tossing from side to side, reviewing all games, but also gonna keep an eye on all the other games taking place at the exact same time. The games that have actually kicked off at the top of the hour. Madrid, of course, in their traditional kits of all whites, and of course, Liverpool, as always, traditional kit as well of all red. In fact, their famous nickname is the Red. So we are about to kick off. We are about to kick off, guys. We are about to kick off. So, yep, Eketike kicks us off, man. So we are off. We are off in the game, man. We are off, man. So Liverpool Madrid has already kicked off. So let's see whether PSG Bayern not yet kicked off. So just gonna keep waiting for a little bit. Yeah, as you see how both teams line up. This Sabozlai all the way back to Mamadashvili. Yeah, the playing surface looks impressive, man. Konate into Bradley. Yeah, so Salah taking on Vini. Salah. Where is he going? Salah is Robertson. Come on, Robertson. Into Viats. Robertson into the box. Cleared by Militao. The PSG game underway. Not yet. PSG game has not yet kicked off. So we're going to keep watching this Liverpool game right now. Yeah, Liverpool have started like a house on fire, man. Right from the start, they have gone at Real Madrid. Is Van Dijk. Nice pass to Sabozlai. This is Bradley. Shoot! Florian Wirtz. was almost a wonderful flick by AKTK into Vats. That was kind of impressive. Yes. As always, guys, do make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. So the PSG game has already also kicked off, so we are off in all the games that are kicking off at the top of the hour. So the other games that are taking place, guys, Atletico Madrid versus Union Saint-Gilloise, then Bodo Glimt versus Monaco, Juventus versus Sporting Lisbon, Olympiacos versus PSV Eindhoven, then of course, last but not least, Tottenham versus Copenhagen. Yeah. So let's see what these games have anything to show for. Let's see what these games are going to produce. Van Dijk with a kick forward was asleep by Militao, picked up by KTK, Florian Wirtz. And Liverpool are beginning to play like the team that we are used to last season. Florian Wirtz blocked off by Valverde. This is Ada Gula. Ada Gula, was he fouled? No foul by on Ada Gula. Is a KTK, turns it over. KTK. Up. It's actually a foul by KTK. Foul by man like AKTK. KTK. That was a foul, man. Yeah, unable to get go by Valverde. Unfortunately, he had to foul the ninja. He had to foul the ninja, man. So let us switch over to the PSG Bayern game. This game, man. Wow. Yeah, more or less feels like a final, man. It feels like a final. It really feels like a final, man. Ah, come on, Marquinhos. You do a whole lot better with that pass. This Bacola. This Zai into Vitinha. Is Vitinha. Who's he gonna play with? Vitinha. Yeah, all the Bayern players are back behind the ball. And of course, as you know, PSG are the current champions. So, like I've always been telling a few guys, don't expect that you're going to outpass this PSG team. They're very good at keeping the ball, man. So, if they're able to do it very effectively against Barcelona a few weeks back, then rest be assured that they know how to keep this ball, man. They can even keep it for 90 minutes, man. They are that kind of side that loves the ball, man. So anyway, so at least all the games are kicked off, and of course, guys. Oh, this is Olise! Ah, Diaz goal! Goal has been scored by Luis Diaz, man. Luis Diaz, the new signing for Bayern, man. Bayern go on the counter. Olise was on the counter, was clean through. He was in behind Pacho. Managed to shoot at Chevalier. Chevalier punched the ball. Fell to Diaz around the penalty spot. Diaz just passed the ball into an unguarded net. In fact, there are two defenders on the line, man. What a pass by Gnabry, man. Diaz picks up the ball, blasts the ball into the back of the net. So it's already Bayern 1-0. 1-0 to Bayern, man. Bayern have taken the lead against PSG. So the champions are already behind, man. But do not be surprised. These guys, they know how to get themselves out of a jam. So do not rule them out, man. Do not rule them out. So goal has been scored by Luis Diaz. Yes, I think that's like his 8th goal this season for his new club. So he keeps doing the matting for his club, man. He keeps doing the matting for his club. Oh yeah, so Shelmy tuned in. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. For all those tuning in, do make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. This is Marquinhos. Marquinhos all the way back to Chevalier. So at least we have our first goal of this round of fixtures that are kicked off at the top of the hour. Let's switch and see whether we can have a look at the Liverpool Real Madrid game Liverpool seem to have now taken their foot off the gas a little bit. They're all over Madrid at the initial stages, but now it seems like they have kind of relaxed. And guys, do drop your predictions in the chat, guys. Do let us know whom you think is gonna carry the day. If you are a neutral out there, if you are a supporter of any of the teams playing today, do let us know whom you think is going to carry the day. Do you expect a Liverpool victory? Do you expect a Real Madrid victory as well? The other side, do you expect a PSG comeback against Bayern? Yep, Connor Bradley foul on Vinicius, man. Yeah, I want to see how Liverpool are gonna cope with this threat of Vinny Jr. Because Vinny Jr. against Bradley, man. Oh man, that's a serious matchup. Only I don't know how Bradley is gonna manage Vinny. He might need a bit of support either from Gravenbach or I don't know whether Salah is the one who's gonna track back and come and assist him. Because Vinny Jr., man, Vinny Jr. is gonna do the madness. He's gonna do the madness, man. And it's a free kick taken by Goulet into Vinny. Vinny to the box. Cleared by Konate. As far as Kamavinga. Back to Kamavinga. This is Mbappe. Mbappe on the wing. Mbappe. This is Bellingham. Back to Kamavinga. This is Mbappe. Mbappe. Is Goulet. The fire to Vinny Jr. Of course, they are going to try this one-on-one matchup each and every time. Vinny versus Bradley. Because I do believe that Vinny is... he'll fancy himself to take on... Connor Bradley. So, we'll see. Valverde... Yeah, Madrid keeping the ball well. This is Bellingham. Back to Kamavinga. Oh, as soon as I said that they are keeping the ball well, they just go and kick it out of play. Seriously, man. Seriously. Anyway, guys, do make sure that you drop your predictions in the chat. And as always, if it's your first time here on the channel, do make sure that you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Do you have any changes in the scorelines across the other games? Nope. So, the PSG Bayern game is the one that has produced a goal so far. So, still in the other games, 0-0. No goals so far in the other games. Victor by Chouameni. It's back for Ada Goulet. This is Valverde, Militao, Hausen. Seems like Alonso loves this Hausen fella. I don't know why he doesn't trust Asensio. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe it's because of the height, Because this Hausen fella is quite tall. Salah trying to take on Carreras. Unable to get by the guy. Yes, Vats with the also pressing. Vats, Sabozlai, Bradley, come on. So actually it was McAllister. Should have done a whole lot better, man. As soon as I'd mentioned this Hausen fella, he goes on to get dispossessed by Vats, man. That's what I've always said. This Hausen fella, honestly, either the Madrid move came too soon for him, or he's just not it, man. Or he's just not at that level. Because if there was a player that is actually a weak link in this team, it's this fella. It is this fella. This fella has been pulling stinker after stinker after stinker for Madrid. I don't know why he still manages to keep his position, his place in the team. Because I'd actually started, I even trust even an aging Rudiger over this Hausen, or even start Asensio, man. Madrid do have a lot wonderful defenders, man. So I don't know why they trust this fella. This is Vats. Sorry, KTK. Unable to play in Vats. Picked up by Dagula. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, he was actually bought by Real Madrid from Bournemouth, And at Bournemouth, yeah, he didn't manage to play well, but I don't know. You see, definitely Bournemouth level and Real Madrid level, those are planets apart, man. Those are worlds apart, man. You can't really compare how you play for both those two teams, man, because the level at Madrid is way, way, way on another different level, man, compared to Bournemouth. And it's not anything, it's not any kind of banter towards Bournemouth. It's just the reality, man. Can't really compare Madrid with Bournemouth, man. Those two teams are worlds apart. Eketike, at least he manages to control the ball. Eketike to the box. Picked up by Sabozlai, McAllister, Robertson, McAllister, Gravenbach. Liverpool seem to have found their feet. But let's see, maybe it might be short-lived. At least they managed to stop the slump. They are an impressive victory against Aston Villa. In fact, that was the first game this season after 10 plus games in the Premier League and also in the Champions League and League Cup that you did see that Liverpool did manage a bit of control. They actually controlled the game from start to finish. They actually capitalized on very, very poor defending from Aston Villa and also the mistake by Martinez. So, anyway, it's good to see them getting back to what they used to do, man. So, this is Salah into the box. Cleared by Hausen. Cleared by Gula. Unable to find Vini. All the way back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Mamadashvili. Madashvili. This is now Robertson. Robertson kicks it forward. Straight out of play. Anyway, guys, keep liking the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And of course, do make sure that you smash a like on the video if it's your first time here on the channel. So, Sporting have taken the lead against Juventus. So, Sporting scored a goal against Juventus. So, it's Juventus. So, it's Juventus 0, Sporting 1. A goal that was scored by Araujo. So, Sporting have taken the lead against Juventus. So, that is the current scoreline. So, these games are beginning to open up a little bit. So, we're going to get a few goals here and there, man. Hausen back to Courtois. Courtois. Yeah, it seems like the outlet for Madrid is just Vini on this far side. This is Bradley. Nice dribbling by Bradley to get away from Mbappe. This is now Van Dijk. Man like Van Dijk. Van Dijk coming forward. This is Gravenbach. Back with Bradley. Maybe at some point they're going to have Alexander-Arnold come on. Wonderful run by Robertson. Well found by Sabozlai. Let's see how Liverpool are going to try and break down this resilient Real Madrid defense. In fact, Real Madrid, I think, they are the other unbeaten team in the Champions League alongside Arsenal, PSG, Bayern, and Inter. So, definitely, one team today is going to lose its 100% record because, like I said earlier, PSG and Bayern had won all their games coming into this one. So, let's see what is going to be the final scoreline. And both teams have had very impressive performances. In fact, PSG's last game in the Champions League was a 7-2 demolition of which team was it? Not Monaco. Was it Bayer Leverkusen? I think it was Bayer Leverkusen. This is Mbappe into Bellingham, Tchouaméni, Carreras. This is Vini Jr. Vini Jr. Yeah, blocked off by Bradley. Carreras. In fact, this Carreras fella was he's actually, guys, so that you guys know how concussed Eric Ten Hag was. He let go of Carreras, who's now playing at Real Madrid. This Alvaro Carreras, his other name is Fernandez. He was actually a left back. This is Militao or blocked off. Gonna get to that later. Victor by Vats. Eketike. 2 versus 2. Eketike. Ah, come on, Eketike. Should do a whole lot better. Nice tackle from Kamavinga. That was quite selfish from Eketike. This is Bellingham. This is now Mbappe. Vini on this far side. Vini. This is Bellingham. Mbappe. My goodness. It's what we call Hero Z, man. Shot into row Z, man. Well over the bar. So I was saying that I was talking about the Eric Ten Hag concussion at Manchester United. So funny thing, Eric Ten Hag was the one manager in charge of United a few seasons back. In fact, it was last season. And he actually sold this Carreras guy to Benfica. So this guy was actually an academy graduate of Manchester United. In fact, this guy came through the academy system, and then he was sold by Eric Ten Hag to Benfica. And then a season later, the guy was bought by Real Madrid. And this guy has actually been performing way better, man. Compared to the left backs that United have at the moment, people like Diego Dalot, Luke Shaw, and Dogu, they would have certainly done with this Carreras fella, man. So that's why I tell you, whenever I call managers concussed, we do know what you are talking about. Because getting rid of such awesome talent, man, who's now the ever-present left back at Madrid, because right now going from Manu to Madrid is now going a level up, man. Because people will say, Madrid or Madrid are more or less on the same level as United in terms of global reach and stuff, but the standards at Madrid are way higher than United's, man. But that's a story for another day. But just need to get that out there so that you guys can know how concussed this Eric Ten Hag was, man. Anyway, this is Bellingham into Valverde. Valverde, man, one of the midfielders I love the most, man. There's actually a midfielder who is never shy of doing the job for his club. It's that guy, man. Whether you play him in midfield or right back, he's still gonna do the job, man. He never complains. He's a full professional, man. Gets on with it. In fact, he's the captain for Madrid today. He's actually the captain. So this is Hausen into Vini, Mbappe. Yeah, Madrid are just keeping possession. It's like Liverpool are just standing off them, man. Liverpool are just standing off these guys, man. So in another goals, Olympiacos have also taken the lead against PSV. So it's Olympiacos 1, PSV 0. So Olympiacos 1, PSV 0. So this PSV team, man, they actually need to improve. They've actually been performing way poorly this season. This Mbappe gives it away to Szoboszlai, man. Come on, man. Mbappe. Szoboszlai, yep. The ever-present guy for Liverpool, man. In fact, this guy been played impressively this season. He actually been Liverpool's best player this season. Valverde into Militao. Yeah. As you can see, Liverpool are giving Madrid the respect they deserve. And of course, now that the game has reached the 20th minute mark, it's gonna be a standing ovation for you know who. Man like Diogo Jota. Yeah, of course. This always happens in every home game, Around the 20th minute, yeah, there's gonna be some standing ovation for the departed Diogo Jota, man. Fuck this thing. Whenever I see it, every time I just feel sad, man. Diogo Jota, man, left us. He left this realm, man, never to come back. But anyway, at least his memory does live on. And I've always said it in many games that I've done for Liverpool this season. He is actually the biggest miss for Liverpool, man. His loss is the one that actually, you might actually say that it actually threw Liverpool into a tailspin. But you see, losing a teammate, somebody that used to see every single day when you reported to the dressing room. So then one day you come, that guy is not around. So it's peak for Liverpool, man. So that's why I said that's the thing that has actually messed them up this season. I'd say, in fact, Salah's even come out openly and said that death has really affected him. So it's always gonna be hard for Liverpool. Adagula with the cross cleared by in fact, it was not even touched by Hausen. So there's actually a goal for Tottenham. So Spurs have taken the lead against Copenhagen. So it's Spurs 1, Copenhagen 0. Yeah, Copenhagen, the team from Denmark. So the goal was actually scored by Brennan Johnson. Goal was scored by Brennan Johnson. The Salah is now Bradley. Bradley coming forward. Bradley pulled back by Vini. That's going to be a yellow card. That's going to be a yellow card. Yep, yellow card for Vini Jr. Yellow card for Vinicius Jr., man. It's gonna be a yellow card for man like Vini. Yeah. He was actually on the wrong side, because Bradley had gotten away from him. So there's no way he was gonna catch up to Bradley. Just had to pull him back. Had to pull him back. He had to take one from the team because it was actually like a gaping hole through the middle, man. Yeah, Vinny Jr. So it's a free kick to Liverpool. It's gonna be taken by Sabozla. Let's see how they work it out. Let us see how they work it out. Yep, Sabozla, a man like Sabozla. Why do they keep focusing on Trent? Yeah, because they know he was the one who used to take such free kicks. Sabozla into the box. Konate heads it back. It was cleared by Mbappe. Konate just lets it run out for a throw in. So Robertson the throw in is Gravenbach into Van Dijk. Van Dijk. Van Dijk is the Gravenbach back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk switches the flanks, tries to find Salah. Salah. Ball was too strong for him, man. Nice idea from Van Dijk. Nice idea. Anyway, guys, do make sure that you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And as always, do make sure that you subscribe if it's your first time here on the Vinskey Valor YouTube channel. It's Gravenbach, Robertson, back to Van Dijk, Sabozlai, back to Mamadashvili. Mamadashvili goes long all the way to Courtois. So, yeah, as you can see, Madrid have been bossing the possession so far. In fact, Liverpool have only had like 76 completed passes to Real Madrid's 176. This is Vats. Vats, come on. At least Vats is playing well today, man. At least he's more or less showing the intensity that many Liverpool fans have been calling for. This is Vinny Jr. Vinny. Carreras. Was he fouled by Bradley? Nope, no foul. Oh my God. Picked up by Mbappe. This is Vinny. Post back. Adagula. Carreras. Only two guys in the box for Madrid. So they're just gonna see whether they're gonna pass their way through this Liverpool fence. Picked up by Hausen into Adagula. This is Carreras into Vinny Jr. Yeah, it's quite clear that the threat for Madrid is down their left hand side. Because that's the only side that they're using. Chouameni the shot. Yeah. He found some room on the edge of the box, but his shot went wide, man. Carreras, was he fouled earlier by Bradley? No foul. No foul whatsoever. Mamadashvili. Oh, picked up by Vats. This is Vats coming forward. Vats! Zabozlai! Whoa! What a save, man, by Courtois. World-class save, man. Yeah. Courtois certainly saved a certain goal there, man. What a save from Courtois, man. Kamavinga. Yep, he fouled Salah. He actually fouled Salah, man. Wonderful play by Vats, man. Again, Hausen was caught out, man. Sabozla thought he'd scored, but it was a very, very impressive save from Courtois, man, with the side of his foot, man. Yep. Actually, he saved it with his shin, man. What a save from Courtois. Yeah. This is another world-class keeper, man. Nowadays, world-class keepers are not so many. We have maybe people like, would you call Noah world-class? Maybe you can. Robertson into the box. Headed over the bar, man. So, yeah, you can actually call Noah world-class. Noah is world-class. Oblak was also world-class, but it seemed like he may have lost his level a little bit. Of course, Alisson. Courtois is also one of them. Ter Stegen, not so quite. So, anyway, Courtois is definitely one of the few world-class keepers left, man. That was a very impressive save. Very, very impressive save from Courtois, man. It's a goal kick to Madrid. Kicked long by Courtois. Okay, for Camavinga. Yeah, so the next round of Champions League games, gonna be happening tomorrow. So for tomorrow, not really. In fact, the interesting games are actually happening today. Interesting games are happening today, not tomorrow. Because tomorrow, the only other interesting game is I think City versus Dortmund. This is Salah, Sabozlai. Was that a handball? Yep. Free kick on the edge of the box, man. Free kick on the edge of the box. It was a handball, man. Somebody might have thought it was a penalty, but I don't know whether it was on the line. Was that handball? Yep, it was handball by Chouameni. Yes, a clear handball, man. Clear handball, man. It more or less looks like he's on the line, but he's just outside. Hey, that Madrid are actually lucky, because if maybe that thing would have been taken to VAR, it might actually be a penalty. Because yeah, it's being reviewed by VAR to see whether the challenge was on the line, whether the handball was on the line. And if it was, then it's definitely a clear penalty for Liverpool. Because, of course, any foul that is committed inside the box or on the line is a clear penalty. That includes handballs and, of course, fouls. So, this might actually be a penalty, guys. This might actually be a penalty. It's being reviewed by VAR. Let's see from this angle. He shot the ball. It's a penalty. It's a penalty. It's a penalty, guys. From that angle, it's a clear penalty, man. Because the ball actually struck him in the arm and he was in the box. So it's gonna be a penalty to Liverpool. Yep. It's gonna be a penalty to Liverpool. So it's coming, guys. It's coming. There's no need to sugarcoat it, man. Yeah, because from that angle that they just showed on the replay, it seems like he was inside the box when he handled the ball. So they are taking their time to review this because, of course, they do not want to make any mistakes. They do not want to make any mistakes, man. Yeah, the referee has been told to go and review it. Mark Clattenburg has been told to go and review that decision. So he's actually going to the monitor. Are they going to show him the angle that they showed us? I think they are going to, yeah? I don't know what Hausen is doing. Hausen is going to observe it with the referee, Yeah, and of course they are being told that you need to move away, man. This monitor is only reserved for the referee, Yeah, from that angle, from this angle, you can clearly see that the ball struck him in the arm and he was actually in the box. So it's going to be a penalty. And you see, that shot was goal bound. So, and his arm was kind of extended from his body. So, let's see what he's going to say. What? What? JVR have said it's not a penalty. It's not handball. Are you serious? Honestly, are you serious, man? VAR, honestly, are you serious? My goodness. The shot was actually goal bound and he actually blocked it with his arm. Because there's no way of knowing whether the goal or the ball was flying into the back of the net. That was kind of unfair on Liverpool, I had called it, man. That's why they always doubt with VAR, They actually doubt with VAR because that was a clear handball, man. But apparently they have said that it's not a penalty. They have said that it's not a penalty. His arms, even though they might have been extended, then they were actually closer to his body, which didn't seem like that was the case when we saw that replay. Ah, man. Honestly, I also disagree with that. I also disagree with that. Anyway, Bayern have extended their lead, so Bayern have actually scored a second goal. Bayern have scored a second goal, man. Goal has also been scored by Luis Diaz. So Luis Diaz at the brace, man. Seriously? That's a penalty. Honestly, come on, referee. His hand was actually this far from his body. So I don't know what justification they have given for that decision, not giving a penalty. Seriously? Ay, 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 ay. Ah, Liverpool. Sorry, Liverpool, man. Sorry, man. That is what you call robbery in plain daylight. Robbery in plain daylight, man. Plain 4K. We all saw it, man. The entire world saw it, man. And I'm sure they are gonna. Whatever happens in this game, in fact, if Madrid were to win this game, it's gonna be an uproar from all the pundits, stating that that was never out, should have been a penalty. This is a McAllister. This possesses Valverde, Gravenbach into Bradley, Bradley to the box. Cleared by Chouameni. As far as McAllister into Robertson, Sabozlai. Yeah, and also Juventus have actually equalized against Sporting. So Juventus have equalized. So a goal has been scored by Valovic. This is Eketike trying to bulldoze his way through. Kamavinga kept the ball well, man. This is Adagula. Adagula, was he fouled? Cleared by Militao. As far as Konate. Yeah, Liverpool actually fired up, man. They are really fired up. I'm sure that goal would disallowed penalty decision might have really offended them. That was a penalty. That was a clear penalty. This Salah, poor pass. Ah, poor attempt at a breakaway by Mbappe. I don't know what he was thinking. Is Sabozlai shot. Yep, saved by Courtois. Yeah. So the Juventus goal was called by Vlahovic. So it's actually 1-1 in the game between Juventus and Sporting. So Juventus Sporting 1. So that's a current scoreline. Yep. The games are just getting ever closer to half time. Half time. Yeah, Madrid with all their possession, they have only mastered 3 shots attempts with 0 shots on target. But for Liverpool, we actually had 7 attempts with 2 on target. Okay, not bad. But this game is pretty much even. You can't really say that anyone here is a clear favorite. So, this is KTK dispossessed by Militao. So guys, do make sure that you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed. It's your first time here on the Vinskey Valor YouTube channel. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. For any returning subscriber, do make sure that you support the channel by liking the video. Is Valverde, Bape, Kamavinga, Victor Baegula. Ah, nice. Oh, my, picked up by Gula. Adagula. Was he fouled? Yep, he took the ball. He took the ball. Yep. Robertson took the ball cleanly. Yep. Yeah, this is a very good game, man. This is a very good game. Actually, end-to-end stuff. I'm actually happy that they are playing it this way because you didn't want a boring game where one team dominates the play from start to finish. This is Salah, Salah, Salah. Actually, these two teams played out the exact same fixture last season, and on that end, Liverpool actually destroyed Madrid. I think Liverpool completely dominated Madrid from start to finish. In fact, was it a 3-0 victory or a 2-0 victory? I think it was a 2-0 victory. Yeah, it was a 2-0 victory on that day for Liverpool, because Madrid clearly did not have any answers. It's actually in Ancelotti's last season, and by then Ancelotti's graph at Madrid was kind of on its way down, man. So, because if I'm to look at the head-to-head record, yeah. So yeah, yeah, it was actually on the 27th, yeah, 27th of November. So it's actually match day 5. So this is Mbappe, Vinny Jr. What the heck is Vinny Jr. doing, man? He's actually hit on the lip. Is he actually bleeding? He seems to be bleeding, eh? Come on, man. Vinny Jr., seriously? In fact, this fixture has actually been one of the. This is Vinny into the box, cleared by Van Dijk. Yeah, this fixture has actually been one of the most played in Europe, because teams have actually met on so many occasions. They met in 2024, 2023, 2022, 2021, 2018. Yeah, so yeah, Liverpool, Madrid. There are two teams that do meet often. Those two, man. Then 2021, 2018, 20, yeah, and then before then, there was no other meeting. We have to go all the way back to 2014. So anyway, yeah, Atletico Madrid have taken the lead against Union SG. Adagula. Yeah. What was he thinking of doing there? Seriously? What was he doing, man? So Atletico have taken the lead against Union SG. Union Saint-Gillois. Goal was scored by Alvarez. Yeah, the former Man City striker. Yeah, the ball actually struck Konate on the thigh, so I don't know what Gula was appealing for. Is Vats injured or something? I don't know. Anyway, but I like the change in tactic, all the change in tactic as well for Liverpool. At least playing Vats on the left, it's actually something that you should try out because he clearly cannot play through the middle because, oh my goodness, can't really displace either of Sabozlai, Gravenbach, or McAllister in there because he doesn't have the legs to run back and forth. So just put him on the wing and see whether maybe he can cut in. Maybe when the game gets away from him, you can swap him with swap him for Gakpo. Courtois with a kick forward. Nice header from Eketike. Nice header, man. Oh, what a shot by Sabozlai. Hey, Sabozlai, man. Yeah, he's clearly the shining light for Liverpool in this game, man. What a shot. What a shot, man. Even better save from Courtois. Salah was actually lacking close by, but he was unable to get to the ball. Ball went out for a corner, so it's a corner to Liverpool. Seems like the PSG game is more or less one-sided. But anyway, I don't know what's going on with PSG today. Seems like they're gonna lose their 100% record. They are gonna lose the 100% record. The box. Get it away by Bradley. Pape. Bellingham. Seriously, Bellingham. Seriously. Yeah, what a save from Courtois, man. What a save from Courtois, man. Courtois fella, man. That are the few keepers that you want to play for the longest time, man. Because this guy, his levels are impressive. Levels are impressive, man. Let's hope that he does manage to stay around for long, huh? This is Vinny Jr. Vinny Jr. versus Bradley. Vinny Jr. Bellingham. Bellingham! What a save from Madamashvili. What a save from Mamadashvili, man. What a save. 1-on-1, man. Adagula! Straight at Mamadashvili. That was actually Madrid's first and second shot on target. Nice run from Bellingham. Even impressive save from Mamadashvili. They prevent the ball going through his feet. It was what we call in Kenya chobo. He prevented a chobo, man. So, how many minutes of added time are we gonna have? Gonna have 2 minutes of added time in this Liverpool game. So, gonna have 2 minutes of added time. 2 minutes of added time, man. 2 minutes of added time. The Bayern PSV game. Let's see how many minutes you're gonna have. Almost at halfway mark. Kabla Sabozlai. Able to find Vats. Here's Kamavinga. Nice tackle from Robertson. I don't know what Slot was doing all this time, insisting on playing Kakes, because it's clear that Robertson has not lost his legs completely. Yep. He has not lost his legs, man. Yeah, so it's gonna be 3 minutes of added time in the PSG game, So 3 minutes of added time in the PSG game. So, oh my God, Hausen takes out KTK yellow card, man. He's Hausen, fella. What the heck is he doing? Is he trying to destroy the player, man? Seriously? This Hoysen fella, man. In fact, he's a guy who pisses me off at Madrid. Yeah, I'm a Madrid supporter, but if there's a guy who pisses me off, it is this guy. This guy, man. Good riddance to him, man. Good riddance to this fella, man. Who just leave this club and just get on his way. Maybe just go back to Bournemouth or go maybe to another team, man. Anyway, halftime in the Tottenham game. Also halftime in the Juventus Sporting game. Yeah, so those games already at halftime. Sabozlai. This is Vats to McAllister. McAllister the shot. Wonderful save from Courtois yet again. Robertson into the box. Cleared by Hausen. Yeah, it's clear that selection from slot today is actually working because yep, and that's halftime in the Liverpool game, man. Wonderful game, man. It's actually been an impressive game from both teams. Honestly did not expect a walkover for any team, but at least both teams have played well, man. It's actually a very exciting 0-0 draw. All it needs now is a goal. Let's switch over to the PSG game. Is Kimmich. Kimmich dispossessed by Pacho. His Bacola. His Kvaratskhelia. Yep, he was fouled by Ta. Also know that Bayern do have a very impressive record against PSG. Remember, in that 2020 final, PSG were more or less the favorites, but Bayern did manage to win. A goal that was scored by one of also PSG's former players. Was it Coman? Yeah, Coman was the guy who scored for Bayern on that day. Yep, Luis Diaz picks up a yellow card. Luis Diaz has actually fouled Hakimi, man. So, hope Hakimi is gonna be alright, eh? Unless you hope Hakimi is gonna be alright, man. Yeah, because the way Bayern are playing today, somebody might think that they have a PSG's number. Oh my god! Yeah, Hakimi seems to be crying, man. Hakimi is crying, man. So, he's actually crying, man. So this might actually either be, it's not a broken foot, but it might be a serious injury for Hakimi. Oh no. You never want to see that, man. Especially wonderful players crying and shedding tears on the pitch like that. Yeah, Hakimi seems to be crying, man. That might be ligament damage or some tissue tear, man. It's not a broken leg, eh? I don't think Hakimi is gonna continue. He's crying, man. Oh, he knows it. This is the kind of injury that you know, guy is done, man. Yeah, Diaz had to apologize to him, man. Yeah, Diaz has apologized to him. Yeah, so Hakimi is also being taken off. What's going on? The potential red card, VAR review. Oh, ouch! I do not want to see the reverse angle of that, man. Oh, God. Oh, man, it's actually a potential red card. It's actually under review. Oh, my God. He took out his leg from the... it's going to be a red card. It's going to be a red card for Diaz, man. He was actually given a yellow, but this might actually be upgraded into a red card. You may have thought that Hakimi just twisted his ankle, but from the way he's oh, from the way he has reacted to that, it's a serious injury. In fact, he's been unable even to get any kind of weight on that left ankle, man. Yep, this is actually gonna be a red card, man. It's gonna be a red card for Diaz. Diaz is off. Diaz is off. He's off. He's off. He's off. Yeah, he's being called over. In fact, the referee is even calling over the captain, calling over Noah, trying to explain to him what is going on, because that is what the referees were told. Always explain it to the captain. Yeah, so Diaz is off. Luis Diaz off. Luis Diaz off. So it's a red card for Bayern. The goal scorer has been taken off, man. Oh no. Yep, Luis Diaz has been taken off. Rather, not taken off. He has been shown his marching orders. So it's a red card rather for Bayern. Yeah. I wouldn't say there was any kind of malice in that challenge. It's just that the tackle was from behind, and because of the way Hakimi went down, the referee had no choice but to review the initial yellow card given and now upgrade it to a red card. So Bayern are gonna have some serious problems now, huh? Yeah, PSG. Oh man, PSG have been so unlucky today. Earlier, Dembele was also taken off. Another injury. Yeah, because the guy just came back from injury and now he's been injured again. Sometimes you do feel sorry for these players, man. You do feel sorry for them. Anyway, so for so they say that this Hurricane, straight at Chevalier. Bayern are the one with the guys with 10 men, but they seem to be having the better chances. Kane. If Kane would have buried that, I'm sure the game would have been over. Yep, half time now. Finally, the game is at half time, at the interval, man. The game is now at half time. Hey, what a first half, man. I told you, this game is always going to be impressive, eh? You never in any way think that you're going to be in for a very, very boring night when either Madrid, Liverpool, PSG, or Bayern are playing. Because the red card for Luis Diaz, well, they have explained, they have said that he had actually endangered his opponent. It was actually deemed a very, very dangerous foul because it was actually from behind and he's endangered the opponent. Seems like it was a serious foul, man, because as I told you earlier, Akili had to hobble off, and he was in premium tears, man. The guy was literally crying, He was crying, shedding tears. Sad to see that, man. I honestly hope it's not a serious injury because what you do fear is either ligament damage or a broken leg. But I didn't think that it was might have been a broken leg as well. Maybe a small broken bone in his ankle, which might mean that he might even miss next year's World Cup. That is why he was in tears because, like I said, this another I've said kept on saying in previous streams. This season, every player is not gonna be super careful because any long-term injury that you pick up now, you're definitely gonna miss the World Cup because it's now like around 6-7 months to the World Cup. So if you are to get any kind of serious injury that's gonna keep you out maybe for like 5 to 6 months, I don't think you're gonna be called up to your national team because for because the World Cup is actually starting in June through to July. So that is more or less 7 months from now. And of course, that means that if you have to get injured now and be out for 6 months, that means you're gonna be back in late May. By the time you're back in late May, you begin your rehabilitation, you begin getting back to full fitness. I don't think any manager is gonna national team manager is gonna call up a player who's completely been out for the remainder of the that season that just concluded. So that's why, to some extent, you can understand why Hakimi is distraught, man. You can understand why Hakimi is feeling bad, man, because he knows that, you know what, I might be done in this game. I might be done. Anyway, all the other games, as always, are also at halftime. Halftime scores coming in right now. We're gonna have Atletico Madrid 1-0 lead against Saint Gillois. Bodo Glint actually conceded a last minute a goal before halftime. Not really last minute, but goal that was scored by who scored this goal for Monaco? Balogan, man like Balogan, the guy who was at Arsenal. Balogan. Sure, you Arsenal fans remember this guy. Balogan, the guy who was at Arsenal. So he actually scored for Monaco against Bodo Glint. So it's Bodo Glint 0, Monaco 1. Juventus 1-1 against Sporting Lisbon. Of course, our featured game, Liverpool Madrid is still at 0-0. Olympiacos still leading against PSV. Then PSG still losing 2-0 to Bayern. In fact, that game went all the way up to the 52nd minute of first half stoppage time because of the injury to Hakimi and also the VAR check on the red card that was given to Luis Diaz. Then, of course, Tottenham went into the lead at halftime, goal that was scored by Brennan Johnson. So, anyway, for at least you can say that Xavi Simons, since Xavi Simons was also on the same boat as Vats, people actually call him 009, 0010 because ever since this guy came to Tottenham, he's been unable to get to the full match pace of the Premier League, or the league pace of the Premier League. So, but at least he managed to get an assist. That is how you also introduce yourself, man. Because also Vats got a couple of assists in the last game against Frankfurt. Yeah, sometimes the things are not going your way. Just get a couple of assists for your club, and then you see how things go, and then eventually the goals are gonna start streaming in. What do you think of Liverpool? Well, I think been impressive, by the way. It's been impressive, because in fact, the better chances have actually fallen to Liverpool. Sabozlai with like a couple of shots, and of course, Liverpool are actually denied a clear penalty, which to me was kind of unfair. Because if this game was to end this way, then we would say that Liverpool are robbed. They were clearly robbed because that was a penalty. Because whenever you block the shot that was actually goal bound with any part of this hand, not this hand, this arm rather. If you actually block it with the upper part of the arm, then that's okay. But with this part, because like I said earlier, the hand was actually kind of extended, and he actually blocked the shot with his hand. So I don't know why VAR did not intervene and actually overturn the decision from the referee. So the referee had actually given a free kick, but upon review, he has actually seen that the handball was committed inside the box, but apparently they have said that it was clearly in the hand was actually tucked closer to his body, which I don't think that was the case because the hand was kind of further away from his body because the guy was actually going down, man. Maybe they say it was a natural position because he was on his way down. But he did block a goal, rather a shot that was goal bound. So that's why I've always said, honestly, there's one thing in football that I've never fully understood is the whole handball rule. In fact, as I'm just talking about it, they brought it up, and I'm like, what's the heck's going on, man? Yeah, so anyway, if there's a rule that I've never fully understood, it's this handball rule because I don't know, I don't know whether they use a rule or something to determine how far the hand is away from the body. So for them to actually say that the hand was actually tucked close to his body. Yeah. So that is the biggest talking point of the game so far. Other than that, it's been a very wonderful game. I've actually enjoyed the game, yeah. Been end-to-end stuff, huh? At least it's not the poor performance that Madrid did put out last season because last season, like I said earlier, they were dominated by Liverpool from start to finish. It was actually a 2-0 scoreline, but it would have actually been more for Liverpool, man. It wasn't from some impressive performances from Courtois. So let's hope that the second half is going to be a little bit more open. I don't think there are any changes from either side. And at least the position that Vats has taken up today is actually good because who knows, maybe he can reinvent his game as a right winger. Maybe he just needs to know how to take on players because he's actually been pushing some of the, rather dispossessing some of the defenders on that side. And in fact, he's actually more or less playing in a free role because he actually starts playing on the left, but he can also drift to the center of the pitch and also to the right hand side. So it's actually been impressive today. So yeah, because if I'm looking at the stats of the game last season between Madrid and Liverpool, yeah, Liverpool completely dominated Madrid, man. 63% ball possession, expected goals 2.73. Jesus, man. 2.73. That shows you that these guys were just coming to defend, man. Anyway, second half is about to kick off. Yep, we are off for the second half in the Liverpool Madrid game. Yeah, so on that day, yeah, Madrid were completely shambolic. Completely shambolic, man. So anyway, let's hope that the second half is gonna follow suit like the first half. Because the first half was actually kind of impressive from both teams. Anyway, I've enjoyed the game. I've enjoyed the game so far. And like I said, at least now it's finally getting to a point where Slot is now comfortable with a consistent backline because he has retained the same backline that started against Aston Villa. And on that day, Liverpool were actually they're impressive against Aston Villa. From start to finish, they're actually very impressive against Aston Villa. Very, very impressive. At no point did they look as if they were in distress, especially in the second half. Because Liverpool's second half performance is the one that has been really criticized this season. So this is the KTK into Gravenberch. This is Salah to the box. Come on, Robertson. Oh, he lets the ball run out for a corner. So it's a corner to Liverpool. Corner to Liverpool. Of course, the PSG game, Bayern game is going to be back later on because actually had like around 7 to 8 minutes of added time. So game might actually kick off maybe even 8 minutes past midnight Kenyan time. Why is Vinicius marking Van Dijk? It's something that I've never understood in football. It's that, man. Why is that? Clearly a mismatch, man. Bats with a cross into the box. Oh, what a save again from Courtois, man. Hey, Courtois, man. It was a header from Van Dijk. Like I just call it, man. Why is Van Dijk being marked by Vinny, man? Van Dijk should have done a whole lot better. It was a point blank header from him, man. It was straight at Courtois. Yeah, in fact, the commentator just said it. Yeah, it's actually a mismatch, man. Van Dijk versus Vinny, man. Clear mismatch. Corner on the far end to be taken by Sabozlai. Sabozlai on corner duty. Sabozlai into the box. Header! What another brilliant save from Couture. I told you, this guy is world class, man. This is the kind of keeper that you need, man. The keeper who just keeps you in the game. What a save. What a save. Salah to the box. Eketike! Headed wide, man. Yeah, Liverpool are clearly knocking on the door now. They are clearly knocking on the door. And they might just slam it open, man. They might just slam it. Oh, just wide. It was a whisker away from the right hand post. Ah, yeah. That was 3 back-to-back chances for Liverpool, man, off the corner. Valverde is Adagula. I've actually forgotten who's on the bench for Madrid. Courtois gives it away to Gravenberch. Picked up by Salah. Tackled, man. Come on, Salah. Release the ball, man. Picked up by McAllister. Given away by Konate. Is now Mbappe. Mbappe. Gosh, Jesus, man. Mbappe, fella. And at least Bellingham has bailed him out. He's won the ball back. He's Mbappe. I'm sure he wants to attempt the shot from there. He's Vinny Jr. Nice interception from Bradley. Vinny, don't fall him, Vinny. You're on a yellow card. Don't fall him, Vinny. You're on a yellow card. Be careful. Be very, very careful. Yeah, Liverpool are playing well today. I'm actually impressed by how Liverpool are playing today. So, let me see who's on the bench for Liverpool. I've actually forgotten who's on the bench. They have they have on the bench. You have Ngumoha, Chiesa, Gakpo, Endo. At least Curtis Jones is back. Nice. Zeketike cleared by Militao. Gomez. So they don't have any strike on the bench. So they've got a lot of missing players. Alisson, Leone, Frimpong, Paketic, and Isak are actually missing for Liverpool. Foul on Eketike. So it was actually Gravenberch by Bellingham. Foul by Bellingham on Gravenberch. This is actually in Trent territory. I'm sure maybe the cameramen are gonna look for him. He might be, if he was still playing for Liverpool, he'd be licking his lips, man. They actually take this well, but actually fly into the net. If they actually take this well, it might actually be a goal. Let's see what's gonna happen. Let us see what is going to happen. Sabozla, maybe he's gonna attempt the gimmick that he the gimmick, not gimmick, type of show that he had against Arsenal. Let's see. Let us see. Sabozla for the set piece. Sabozla shot punched away by Courtois. Yeah. For those that play Champions League fantasy, if you have Courtois in your team, man, I think that's like the 7th save or something. McAllister, it's gonna be a yellow card. Yeah, he pulled back Mbappe. Yeah, McAllister had to, that is what you call a professional foul, because Mbappe was away, man. You had to pull him back. Mbappe! Yeah, nice technique from Sabozlai, but it was actually a comfortable punch away by Courtois. So, Tottenham have actually scored a second goal against Copenhagen. So, it's Tottenham 2, Copenhagen 0. Goal has been scored by Odoberg. So, it's Spurs 2, Uh-huh. Odobert. Odobert. It's not Odobat. It's Odobert. Odobert. So, yeah, Spurs are 2-0 up against Copenhagen. The PSG game back on. Let me see. The PSG game is back on. Yep. So, yeah, the PSG game is back on. So, just gonna reset the clocks here. So, second half, yeah, it's actually the 47th minute. So, yeah, the PSG game is back on. Let me check the exact time so that it can be in sync with mine. It's actually 47 on the dot. Yeah, Ketike was fouled, man. So actually a foul by Chouameni, man. Foul by Chouameni. So it's another set piece opportunity for Liverpool, eh? How they're gonna work it out. Let's see. Let us see how they are going to work it out. Yep. This is actually a better angle for Sabozlai. Maybe it might be a better angle for him, eh? He can actually go for goal from here. He can actually go for goal, eh? Don't cross it, just go for goal. Go for goal, man. But it seems like he's gonna cross it, huh? Seems like he's going to cross it. Anyway, free kick for Liverpool. Sabozlai to the box. Cleared by Bellingham. Pape. Oh, picked up by Vinicius. Vinicius. Cover him, man. Back to Adagula. Dagula. Vini. Back to Carreras. This is Militao. Militao into Mbappe. Nobody in the box for Madrid. Eh? Where's Bellingham? He is. Bellingham is the one who likes to make those last minute runs into the box. This is Valverde. Given away, man. It's now picked up by Salah. Salah to Sabozlai. Back to Gravenbach. Who a pass from? Is it Valverde or who? Sure. Bradley. Sabozlai. Maybe Madrid cannot think of something different, eh? Because maybe take off Vinicius, bring on Rodrigo. See, yeah, so they also have Edric, but Xabi Alonso does not fancy Edric at all. Is Eketike. Eketike tries to force his way through, able to do so. Picked up by Gula, cleared by Valverde. Van Dijk, did he actually foul him? I don't think he did. They can actually bring on Brahim Diaz. They also have Gonzalo Garcia. Yeah, Madrid have got a very impressive attack. Eh? So they only have Sabels whom they can bring on from the bench in midfield. Anyway, this is Hausen. Hausen coming forward for Madrid. To Vini on the wing. Kamavinga unable to control the ball. Picked up by Vats. Vats, come on, Vats. Don't run down a blind alley. Cleared by Chouameni. Bellingham to Chouameni again. Nice. Nice play. Is Vini. Yeah, Bellingham trying to Rana attempting a through ball. Other videos attempting a through ball for Bellingham. Yeah, man like Stevie G, former Liverpool captain, man. Remember, actually, was it in 2009 where Liverpool actually destroyed Real Madrid 4-0 at Anfield? On that day, Stevie G scored 2 goals, man. In fact, if you ever want glimpses of how impressive Liverpool were that season, go and watch highlights of that game. It's Carreras! Scarfs the shot, just goes wide. If there's ever been a one-sided tie that I've watched, it was that one. Liverpool completely dominated Madrid on that day, man. 4-0, man. Goals that was scored by Torres, then Gerrard with a brace. Then the fourth goal was actually scored by Dosene. It was actually in the round of 16. They met in the round of 16, eh? Yeah, because Liverpool had actually won the first leg 1-0 at the Bernabeu. The goal was actually scored by Xabi Alonso, who actually scored on that day. But Xabi Alonso was even playing for Liverpool on that day before he left for Madrid. This is Salah. Salah. Nice defensive clearance from Eder Militao. Yeah. Liverpool will be hoping to build ahead of steam, eh? Because they do have a very, very big game against. Yeah. Bellingham, come on. That's a silly challenge. Surely, Bellingham. Why are you appealing that you got the ball? You never got the ball. I saw it from here, man. You never got the ball. You never got the ball. Yep, it's another foul, man. Another foul. Uh, so, yeah, Brennan Johnson has been given a red card for Tottenham. So, Tottenham are now down to 10 men. But they are 2 goals up. So, maybe they are going to hold on. Just as Bayern Munich are currently holding on against PSG. The champions. Yep. Sabozlai, yes. Sabozlai. Yep, he's always on set piece duty for Liverpool. Sabozlai to the box. Goal! McAllister! What a header! Yeah, that goal was coming, guys. That goal was coming. It was coming, man. It was coming, man. Yeah, because Liverpool has been a team that has been playing in this second half. A very, very impressive cross into the box from Sabozla. And then McAllister just needed to glance it past Courtois, man. That is what you just need to do, man. Was he offside? No, he's not offside. He's not offside. Yeah, McAllister, one of the shortest fellas on the pitch, man, manages to score that. What a bullet header, man. What a bullet header, man. He's called McAllister. Yeah, it's deserved for Liverpool. It's actually deserved, man. I would not in any way question why they are ahead because it's been impressive for Liverpool for so far because Madrid, like I said, they were just keeping possession, but they're not really creating the chances. Liverpool was the team that was creating the chances, especially the first few stages of the second half. They had like 3 headers that are actually other good opportunities to score. 2 were saved by Courtois. 1 was headed wide by KTK. No, there should be no offside from that. Yep. Goal has been confirmed, man. So Liverpool officially now have taken the lead. Yeah, and it's fully deserved, man. It is fully deserved. It is fully deserved, man. It is fully deserved, man, because Madrid have been second best. Madrid have been second best, man. Yeah. Liverpool trying to build ahead of steam, man, especially because they've been on a very poor run lately. At some point, they had actually lost like 4 or 5 games in a row. Actually, in their last 7 games, they've actually lost 5. This might actually be their third win in 8 games, and the rest have been losses. In fact, Liverpool have not drawn any game this season. Liverpool have just been winning, either winning or losing. Mbappe by himself, man. Come on, play with teammates, man. It's Kamavinga, who's still down. His Vats. What happened to Vats? Oh, wow. Tottenham have actually scored a third goal. So, Tottenham have scored a third goal. Who has been scored by Van der Ven. Mickey Van der Ven, man. So, it's a third goal for Tottenham. So, it's Spurs 3, Copenhagen 0. Actually, Spurs are down to 10 men. Jesus, man. Yeah. Yeah, Spurs also need to get a decent result because in their last outing against Chelsea, it was actually the lowest ever XG recorded for an attacking or for a home team. In fact, Tottenham actually set a record of having the lowest XG ever of a home team in a game. They had an XG of, was it 0.1 against Chelsea? It was so pathetic, man. In fact, there was on that day they played like a team that was maybe trying to fight for relegation. I don't know what happened, but that was very, very pathetic from Tottenham. So, of course, they'd be hoping to build a bit of steam because they do play Manchester United on Saturday. So let me read out that. Yeah, so the damning start was on that day for Tottenham. They are at home, guys. At home. At home. This is a Tottenham team. A team that claims to be a top 6. They actually got an XG of 0.11 at home against Chelsea. While Chelsea had an XG of 3.69. For those that do understand XG, and of course, I know, of course, you don't watch games through XG and such, but whenever you have such a poor outing for your team, it's actually beyond some of these players, man, because in fact, some of the fans are calling for the players to apologize to the fans for such a poor performance. Salah, come on, play Neketike. Salah to Gravenbach. Yeah. So that's why I said this is actually a very impressive performance from Tottenham. They need to build up the match sharpness and also form going to the United game, because if they were to go into that United game on the back end of that on the back end of another defeat, then it would have been very, very bad for them. And actually, they've actually scored a 4th goal. Tottenham have scored a 4th goal now. As soon as I'm just mentioning that, Tottenham have scored a 4th goal. So it's now Spurs 4, Copenhagen 0. They have scored 2 goals since they went down to 10 men. So, goal was scored by Pahlinia. João Pahlinia, the guy who's on loan from Bayern Munich. The guy was actually at Fulham, and then he was sold by Fulham to Bayern. Then now he's back in the Premier League with Tottenham Hotspur on loan. Konate with the header. Yeah, still not much happening in the PSG Bayern game. I don't know what's going on there, man. At least now with that Liverpool goal, you can officially say that all the games today have at least yielded a goal. Carreras against Salah. Yeah, Salah has been penalized. Salah has been penalized for the pullback on Carreras. Anyway, it seems like Xabi Alonso may want to make a few changes here. I see Edric is warming up, about to come on. Or maybe that, sorry, it's not Edric, it's actually Rodrigo. Yeah, because he doesn't fancy Edric at all. I don't know why he doesn't like him. I don't know whether it is his height or what. Maybe that guy will eventually leave, eh? Yeah, because he has not played at all this season. This is KTK. So that was actually Bradley. So it's gonna be Vini. Take off Vini, man. Actually, it's who's this? Is Kamavinga or who? Yep, Kamavinga has been taken off for Rodrigo. So Rodrigo has come on, Kamavinga off. Yeah, I remember when the season started, there are actually rumors that Rodrigo might be on his way to Arsenal because they thought that Xabi Alonso was not gonna want him in his team. But then eventually they did retain the guy. Nice interception from Gravenberch. Yeah. Actually, this actually been a very impressive second half performance from Liverpool. This is how they played also against Aston Villa. They controlled the game in the second half. In fact, the games that people expected them to lose, they're actually winning. This is Adagula coming forward. This is Rodrigo. Nice interception from Gravenberch. This is now Vats into Salah. Salah tackled by Carreras. Yeah. So Liverpool have been very impressive in the second half. I'll have to say they have been very impressive in this second half. Huh? They have kept the ball well. They have defended well, and they're actually going back to the Liverpool that we loved and admired from last season. Yeah. So like I said, just don't want the league to be decided way early, man. Leagues that are actually end by November, December, they're just boring, man. Want there to be exciting action, man. Teams even to go all the way back, or to go, or that to contest for the league all the way to late April and early May, man. That is what we want to see. Is Bellingham. Bellingham is now playing the double pivot with Chouameni. There Gula plays on the left. Actually, Gula is playing as a striker. Rodrigo is playing on the right. Actually, a traditional 4-4-2 for Madrid. Yeah, seriously, Madrid today. No cutting edge whatsoever. KTK, nice play by KTK, man. KTK, man. Yeah, Alexander Arnold is currently warming up. I don't know whether it's gonna be brought on. And if he's brought on, I'm sure they're just gonna start booing him. Remember that as soon as he had announced last season that he's not gonna renew his contract, the next games for Liverpool, the fans started booing the fella. But in fact, it took the intervention of Klopp to tell the Liverpool fans, "Come on, what are you guys doing, man? This guy is just moving on with his career. Come on, you should not boo the guy because he wants to move to another club." And eventually, in the next game, the fans did listen to him and they started applauding Trent. But I'm sure today, if he comes on for Madrid, they're gonna boo him, man. They're gonna boo him. They're gonna. It's Robertson. Nice play by Robertson. Robertson. Oh, Hausen, man. What a poor touch from Hausen. The KTK into the box. Madrid will actually consider a second goal. I think they might consider a second goal in this game. Madrid, the way they are playing, yeah, second goal for Liverpool is on the way. Is McAllister back with Van Dijk. Podashvili, sit long, intercepted by Valverde. Is Bellingham. I switch over to the PSG game. Still no goal for PSG. What the heck are they doing? Honestly, what are they doing? Yeah, I think they are just keeping possession, but they're not really creating chances. Of course, because also the loss of Hakimi also affects PSG in the way they play. Because Hakim is a very integral part of that system. This is Mbappe into Vini. Vini to the box. Cleared by Robertson. But if there's something that Slot should learn from this game, is that clearly he's found his starting defense in Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, and Bradley. It took them a bit of time to gel because I don't know why he'd actually just thrown this guy, Kakes, into the team. And Kakes, I don't know, Kakes is a player who's concussed, man. It's Kakes. And it's not a bad play, it's just that I don't know what has happened for him. But at Liverpool, maybe the way he's playing right now, it's not impressive at all. Other than the goal that he scored against Brentford, he's just been so poor this season. Because his defending is very questionable. In fact, many teams are targeting his side. Whenever they attack Liverpool, they actually target. Like Kalenjin, target. They would actually target Liverpool's left-hand side. That's why I'm actually happy that he's been taken out of the team. Because that guy, man, seriously, that guy. Just sit back now and maybe the games, and in fact Liverpool already out of the League Cup. Maybe he's gonna play maybe games that Liverpool expect to they're expected to win regardless, especially games that against very, very, don't say low rated teams. I don't think they're gonna meet any because they're already out of the League Cup. Oh, Mbappe just wide. Yeah. Mbappe, the side foot just wide, man. Just wide. Side foot, man. Why am I speaking? Yeah. Just wide, man. Yeah. He was unlucky. He was unlucky. Anyway, it's a goal kick to Liverpool. Yeah. Rather than restart it there. Yeah, just kick it long. Just kick it long, man. There's no need to restart it there because we're just invite pressure from Madrid. Cleared by Hausen. Goal alert. So, yeah, Atletico have scored a second goal. Goal has been scored by Gallagher. So, Atletico have scored a second goal. It's actually Union Saint-Gilloise. This Gallagher fellow who was at Chelsea, he was actually at Crystal Palace, went on loan to actually at Chelsea. He's actually a Chelsea product, went to Crystal Palace on loan, and then is eventually sold by Chelsea because of lack of first team opportunities. But actually done well at Madrid. He's actually a good player. He just needed a run in the team. But I think at Chelsea, there's no you could have played ahead of the likes of Enzo, Caicedo, Lavia. Also, because they also bought Santos, so you'd have actually fallen further and further down the pecking order. That's why I think he had to get first team football. Now, it has actually helped him. He's now even in the England team, national team. Robertson, better hurry up, man. Bellingham, not gonna get all the way to Vini. Nope, it's not gonna get to Vini. Yep. So KJ is coming for Liverpool, Have Gakpo and Curtis Jones about to come on, So Gakpo and Curtis Jones are about to come on for Liverpool. Anyway, guys, do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. So, goal scorer McAllister being taken off for Curtis Jones. It was a wonderful header from McAllister. Wonderful header. One of the shortest players on the pitch, man. If one of the shortest players on the pitch manages to score a header, well, he's got an awesome reach, other aerial reach. So it's actually McAllister and Eketike coming off, and that Gakpo and Curtis Jones coming on. So that means that Gakpo, I think, is gonna play as the number 9. Maybe they're gonna play Vat as the false 9. Yep, Gakpo. Yeah, Gakpo is the one now playing as the center forward. Then right behind him, you're gonna have Vats, Salah. Yep, Gakpo should be offside. Gakpo, Salah was actually onside. Salah, poor pass from Salah. Yeah, Gakpo did not touch the ball because he knew he was in an offside position. So it was actually smart thinking from him. Just let Salah run. Hey, Salah run. Salah run. Oh my God. What's happening today, man? I need to get some water, man. Let Salah run onto the ball, man. Yeah, I meant Salah run onto the ball, man. Yep, trend is coming on. At least we're gonna get to hear it. Whether they're gonna boo the fella or they're gonna say something else. Let's see what they're gonna do. Let us see what they are going to do. Mbappe into the box. Cleared by Curtis Jones. I do hope that they bring on Chiesa, because Chiesa has been very impressive for Liverpool coming off the bench. Yeah, just give him a run out in this game, Yep. Yep. Trend is definitely coming on for Madrid. Right after this corner is taken. So Gula with a cross into the box. Cleared by Gravenberch. As far as Rodrigo. Valverde. Out of play. Come on, man. Yep. I told you. They boos for Trent. I told you they're always gonna boo the fella. There's no forgiveness, This handful crowd is very unforgiving, man. They don't care what he did for the club. Because he was actually an academy graduate. He broke into the team in 2015. So Adagula is coming off, Arnold coming on. Yep. And of course many many fans are gesturing to him that he should look at the badge that they have on. And you should remember that the badge that made him man was actually Liverpool. But there is no crime. There's nothing in the game that says that you cannot change clubs. So, yeah, Trent he actually broke into the team in 2015 for Liverpool as a teenager. It was very impressive for Liverpool through the years. And eventually, this past summer, he actually said he was not going to renew his contract. So that is why the players are actually, the fans are actually booing him, because the Liverpool fans, of course, will see it as a betrayal. But for Trent, he's like, you know what? I'm just doing what's best for me, man. And you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to do that. But of course, the crowd is going to be unforgiving. And I'm sure Xabi Alonso maybe has done that deliberately. I'm sure Trent touches the ball. It's going to be boos, man. Yep. Boos and whistles for Trent, man. Once he touches the ball, boos and whistles. Man, you don't have to boo the fella. But anyway, like I said, there is no rule that says you cannot boo a player. It's up to the player to get over the negative impressions towards him. So Militao, this is Rodrigo. Rodrigo. That's gonna be a corner. Actually, they gave a goal kick. It's a goal kick to Liverpool. Anyway, guys, do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if it's your first time here on the channel. And of course, if you are a returning subscriber, do make sure that you smash a like on the video. So, yeah, PSG have actually pulled a goal back. Goal has been scored by Neves. Goal has been scored by Neves. João Neves has actually pulled a goal back for PSG. So it's 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. João Neves, João Neves, the 74th minute. So maybe the remontada might be on, The remontada might be on, So João Neves actually pulled a goal back for his team. So it's 2-1 to PSG. What the heck's going on there? Sorry, it's actually 2-1 to Bayern. It's 2-1 to Bayern Munich. So Trent being booed, man. Is Rodrigo into the box? Nice dummy from Vini. But there was nobody behind him. There was nobody behind him, man. There was nobody behind him. I don't know why he left the ball. Was he actually given a shout by the Liverpool player? Vini. Well played by Bradley. Yeah, today Bradley has been impressive. Super impressive, man. Bradley has been impressive. His defending has been steady. He's been very resolute. Yeah. Yeah. He shielded the ball away from Vini, man. Maybe he's eventually coming of age now. Maybe he's eventually coming of age, man. Yeah, Chiesa about to come on. So, Saint Gillois have pulled a goal back. So, it's Atletico Madrid 2, Saint Gillois 1. So, Saint Gillois have actually pulled a goal back. Is Salah coming forward? Salah gets away from Carreras. Salah. Gakpo! Yeah. Salah! What a block from Militao, man. Yeah. That is what you call last-ditch defending, man. What a block from Militao. What an even impressive save from Courtois. Point blank save from a chance from Gakpo. Then Militao with a very impressive goal line clearance, man. I like those boosts for Trent, man. Sometimes you feel bad for the player, but can't really help it, man. Yep, is Curtis Jones coming forward. As you can see, Trent is just maybe you can see why maybe eventually Liverpool did. Yeah, maybe Liverpool fans might have wanted him to stay, but clearly, yeah, Trent just always leaves gaping holes in defense whenever he goes forward. Because last season the guy that was actually protecting him the most was Konate. Because whenever Trent would venture forward, Konate would just tuck in to the right and just cover him. Anyway, Robertson being taken off. I'll clap him off, man. Standing ovation for Robertson, man. Well played, man. Well played. Vats as well. Yeah, those two have played well today. True. Liverpool today have played well. They have played well. They're actually getting back to their best. So Vats and Robertson being taken off. Trades Chiesa coming on. And Kakez. Concast Kakez. Concast Kakez. Let's see what he's gonna do, man. Yeah, so yeah, all the Liverpool players today have played well. I can't really call out anyone's performance. Can't really call out anybody's performance today because they've actually played well. They have kept the ball well. They have played as a unit. They have defended as a unit. They have gone forward as a unit. So very impressive for. It's been a very impressive performance for Liverpool. So it's good because, like I said, many people expected them to lose this run of games because, yeah, like I said, Liverpool on a run of like 5 straight losses, and then they won the game. Actually, 4 straight losses, and then they won against Frankfurt, and then they went and lost again against Brentford in the league, which was now their 4th loss in a row in the league. And then they met, Crystal Palace in the League Cup, and they were completely destroyed. The kids were completely destroyed, 3-0. But this past weekend, it was a very impressive win against Aston Villa. In fact, Aston Villa were on the up. Aston Villa had also had a very impressive run. So, anyway, Valverde has been taken off. Brahim Diaz has come on. So, Brahim Diaz has come on. So, Xabi Alonso is clearly going for it. Xabi Alonso is clearly going for it. Yeah, so, yeah. So, in Liverpool's previous game, they actually played very well. They don't say dominated, but they looked stable. Because in previous games, especially when Liverpool were playing, you could see that they were really, really shaky. Really shaky. Even if they were winning a game, you'd always get the feeling that whenever the other team goes on the attack, they might actually score. So we're now into 5 minutes of added time. So 5 minutes of added time in this game. So 5 minutes for Madrid to find an equalizer. I think Liverpool may have done enough to get the win in this game. This is Vini. Nice tackle from Bradley. Hey. Today, Connor Bradley, man. Impressive performance, man. I actually thought that Vini was away from him, but he got back and put in a very impressive tackle. Well, he crossed into the box, cleared by Konate. As far as Carreras is now Mbappe. Mbappe. Yep, Mbappe. Yep. Ball runs out of play, man. So gonna be a goal kick to Liverpool. Yeah, Liverpool have actually played well today. In fact, to look at the match ratings right now, player ratings rather, other than the Mamadashvili, Van Dijk and Konate, who have not really been called upon to defend, the rest of the players are on a player rating of 7.1 and above. Bradley, very impressive. 7.7, Gravenberch 7.2, Salah 7.1, Sabozlai 8, McAllister 8.1, Vat 7.8. So they have played well. Yeah, sometimes these ratings are also good to look at because they might not really tell you the whole story, but of course, the guys who do collect these stats do look at all those things. They look at defensive performances, attacking performances, and then now they combine all that into a player rating for a particular game. And even though Ketika has not had a very good game because I think his rating is 6.2, but collectively as a team, you can see that they have played well. They have played well. And of course, for Madrid, Courtois, because of the impressive saves, He's on a rating of 7.4. Yeah, Kamavinga, yeah, the Stink and who 6.3. Jesus. Anyway, so I don't know. Are there any changes in the scoreline in the other game? Let's see. Let us see. Let us see. Let us see. Yeah, the games are well into stoppage time now. Yeah, Juventus versus Sporting game is now officially over. So Juventus have actually drawn with Sporting 1-1. Tottenham, yep, have also won their game against Copenhagen. They actually scored 2 goals and they're already down to 10 men because they're already leading 2-0 at halftime. Is Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz. Because ever since Liverpool scored their goal, Madrid have been unable to master any kind of chance. Oh, this Chiesa. Nice starting position from Courtois. Is Bellingham. Bellingham. Is Trent. This is Rodrigo. I don't think Madrid are gonna score. Okay, they have not played well today, unless maybe they get a dodgy own goal or just a chance of something. But I don't think they have done enough to get the result here, because it's been Liverpool's game to lose. But anyway, impressive from Liverpool. Impressive from Liverpool, man. You can see the solidity is starting to come back. The spine is beginning to come back. So 2 versus 1. Ah, Salah. Foul by Carreras. Yellow card. Yellow card for Carreras, man. If only Salah would have played in Gakpo. Gakpo was clean through 1-on-1, man. Gakpo was clean through, man. Yeah, Alonso is so vivid on the touchline, man. But your team has not played at all. In fact, the referee has had to calm him down and tell him, not because of your antics on the sides, gonna give you a yellow card. He never got a red card. So Xabi Alonso has been booked. Yeah, ever since the Mbappe chance in the second half, the one that he shot wide, Madrid have not at all tested the goalkeeper. And that's it. Game over. Game over, man. Game over. Liverpool slowly getting back to their best, man. Liverpool have managed to secure their victory today against Real Madrid. Yeah, 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 yeah. It was impressive. Very, very impressive. At least they have gotten one over their former employees, That is now Xabi Alonso. So Xabi Alonso was also a player at Liverpool way back in the early 20, actually from 2005 all the way to 2010. Then he left for Real Madrid. So at least they're managed to get a victory against the former player and also get one over Trent Alexander-Arnold. They're gonna tell him to hold that loss, man. So the PSG game, it's now into stoppage time. We're gonna have 5 minutes of added time. 5 minutes of added time. So let's jump over to that game. Let's see what's happening. Let's get the last few stages of that game. Liverpool, PSG versus Bayern. Um, yeah. I feel sorry for PSG. Anyway, it's gonna be very hard for them now to retain their title, especially if Hakimi is out. If Hakimi is out for long term, or Hakimi is out long term, I don't think they're gonna retain this league, Champions League. Anyway, official result: Atletico Madrid 3. They actually scored a third goal. Who scored the third goal? Griezmann, or who scored the third goal? Oh, Marcus Llorente. So Llorente scored the third goal for Atletico Madrid. So Saint Gilo had actually pulled a goal back to 2-1, but Atletico Madrid eventually restored their 2-goal cushion. Kvaratskhelia, the box, crossed to the far end into Lee Kang. Lee Kang, the box. Mayulu, come on, Mayulu, should do a whole lot better, man. The box, Vitinha. Yeah. And you're gonna have 5 minutes of added time in that game, eh? Yeah, I already told you guys, 5 minutes of added time. Well, they may have asked questions in this game, but were they testing the keeper? Because you see, if you're not really testing the keeper, then what do you expect, man? Just make sure the clock is in sync with this one. So yeah. So the other official result is actually, let me see. Yeah, maybe just get to them as soon as this game is over. Yeah, was he fouled? Mendes, this is Vitinha. Vitinha, Zaire into Kang Lee. Kang Lee. Nice switch into Mendes. Mendes, Kvaratskhelia, Mendes. Nice turn by Mendes into the box. Cleared by Upamecano, man. Anywhere we do for Bayern at this present time. He's João Neves. So that's Vitinha. Zaire Emery, Marquinhos. This is Kang Lee. Kang Lee into the box. This is the Mendes. But I'm happy that PSG have actually changed tactic today. You can see that they are clearly crossing the ball into the box. Something that they rarely do. They don't actually do that. They do not ping balls into the box. So maybe they are trying something new. They are trying something, which is actually a good thing. Because this PSG team is one of the shortest teams in Champions League. Because they just rely on technical ability. They don't rely on corners or set pieces to score goals. It's always technical ability. Is Vitinha, Zaire Emery, Skang again. Nice run by Zaire Emery. Zaire Emery into the box. Cleared by Kim Min-jae. This is Kang Lee. It's like they have just been told not, just ping those balls into the box. But they need people in there who can actually hit the ball. I don't know. Yeah, Marquinhos has now been sent forward. He's now playing as a center forward. Come on, Gonzalo Ramos. You should do a whole lot better. It's Marquinhos. This is Vitinha. Vitinha back to Pacho. Pacho. Emery, Kang, Marquinhos, Pacho, Sheesh, PSG, João Neves, into Mendes, Kvaratskhelia. Get Kvaratskhelia on the ball more often, man. This should be the last chance for PSG. If they not come to anything, then the game's over. Kang, it's actually deflected for a corner. So corner to PSG. Excuse me. Yeah, Chevalier is going forward. Chevalier, the goalkeeper, is going forward. Corner to be taken by Kang Lee. Kang Lee to the box. Yep, and that is over. That game is over, man. Game over. Game over. That was the last chance for PSG. They are unable to do anything with it, and as a result, the referee has just blown the official final whistle, and that's it. Game's over. Game is over. Vincent Company unable to orchestrate an awesome, impressive victory against the champions PSG. Yeah, it seems like PSG had no answers for Bayern today. And as you can see, the head-to-head record does come into play because you remember that the last time that they played in the Champions League, now in the final, I don't know whether they have played again in recent history. Let me check. Bayern actually won that final, the COVID final. They actually won it 2-1. So PSG have been unable to get their make their superiority count because they were unable to break down this stubborn Bayern Munich defense, rear guard. In fact, this is actually Bayern's. Hey, Bayern have actually been owning. Bayern have actually been owning PSG of late. In fact, guys, listen to this. Sure, you guys love stats. So they've actually met each other. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16. They've actually played they actually played each other 16 times. And in those 16 appearances, let me count for you guys the number of PSG victories. The one that comes to memory, the one that they did win in the FIFA Club World Cup, 2-0. Well, you can't really call that an official match, but when it still counts. So that was one victory for PSG. Then you have to go all the way back to 2021 for their second victory. Then their third victory was in 2017. And then 2097. And then 94 and 94. So in 13 games that they have played, PSG have actually managed like five wins. And in recent history, other than the one that Bayern lost in the Club World Cup, in the previous games last season, they met in the league phase as well. Bayern did win that game 1-0. And also in the round of 16, in 2023 season, Bayern did win that game home and away against PSG. So Bayern have actually become some of a boogie team for PSG. So it doesn't really matter whether PSG are the champions or not. Like Bayern have their number. Bayern Munich have their number, man. Bayern Munich say, you know what? It doesn't matter whether you are the champions, man. We are gonna show you how this game is played, man. And we do not care. We do not care, man. So anyway, let me also catch you guys on the other scores that happened, other games. So earlier, Arsenal did manage to beat Slavia Prague 3-0. Napoli played out a 0-0 draw with Frankfurt. Atletico Madrid managed to beat Saint-Gilloise 3-1. Bodo Glimt lost to Monaco 1-0. Juventus could only manage a 1-1 draw against Sporting. Liverpool, very impressive victory over Madrid. They actually bossed that game, especially in the second half. They actually restricted Madrid to, I think, only one shot on goal. And then, of course, Olympiacos drew 1-1 with PSV. And, of course, the other game that we're also looking at, PSG were unable to make their other capitalize on their man advantage because Luis Diaz was actually sent off for Liverpool. Not Liverpool, man. I need to update my status, man. Yeah, Luis Diaz was actually sent off for Bayern with a very, very bad tackle on Hakimi, which actually injured Hakimi. And in fact, we'll have to wait and see what the medical team tell us, because it seems like Hakimi may have either torn a ligament or maybe gotten a broken bone in either his foot or his lower leg. So let's hope that it's gonna be all right, because he's one of the few players, rather the many players rather, that I want to see playing for his country in at the World Cup, and also supporting his, rather playing for his club, man, because he's been very, very impressive for PSG so far. In fact, ever since he went to PSG, he has actually went from level to level. And for me, I'd say not. He's one of the few world-class fullbacks that we have. Yeah, I'd actually call him world-class, because that level of play, always running up and down, back and forth. You're always attacking. If you're needed in defense, you're also defending. If you're needed in midfield, you can also support the midfield. And you also chip in with goals as well. And I will always refer this to, I'll always make reference to the goal that he scored against Inter in the Champions League final. So it was impressive. So anyway, let's hope that it's gonna be all right. I hope it's not a serious long-term injury, but let's hope that he's going to be okay. And then, of course, the last game, Tottenham running out 4-0 victors against Copenhagen. Tottenham at some point were winning 2-0. Then they were reduced to 10 men, and they actually scored 2 more goals. So, very impressive. What happened to my setup? No, I just changed a few things. I'm happy that you've actually noticed. Yeah, I actually changed a few things. I just moved a few things around. So, don't worry. Don't worry. We still retain the channel. Sometimes we have to just change a few things here and there. So, just to try different things. Yes, it's good to try different things. Daniel Sturridge. Yeah, so anyway, but it was very impressive performance from your team. I know you're a Liverpool fan, so very impressive performance from your team. Yeah, the game that we covered, yeah, from start to finish, it was a wonderful first half, and even impressive second half for Liverpool. So let's hope that Liverpool can build up on this, especially in their next game, because they do play Man City. They do play Man City on Sunday. So yes, Liverpool are actually going into a run of games that were quite difficult. Games against Aston Villa, Madrid, and now City. And so far, they have managed to win 2 games out of 3. So that's good. That's good. What do you think of Liverpool tonight? Yeah. Yeah, I was just saying, yeah, it has been very impressive. Yeah. It more or less followed the same suit as the Aston Villa game, where it seems like Aston Villa were also in the game in the first half for some bit. But in the second half, Liverpool completely dominated play. In fact, they went from strength to strength. Aston Villa were unable to create anything. And Liverpool actually restricted Aston Villa to very, very few chances in the second half. In fact, I don't think Aston Villa even had a meaningful chance in the second half. And they've also done the same thing to Madrid today. So it's very impressive, man. Let's hope that Liverpool have turned the corner. Because, like I said, I don't like these leagues where people run. I don't like these leagues where people run away with the title in mid-November, December, and then the league title is already decided. No, we want there to be competition, man. Let other teams perform, man. At least let's go back to the days where the title will be contested until game week 36 or 37. Because at least it keeps things exciting. But this whole issue of the league is concluded by game week 32 or 33 because the team is so far ahead. So, but let's hope that Liverpool are able now to kickstart their season. Remember, they had actually started quite poorly. Yeah, they had actually won 5 games in a row, but it was a very poor performance because they were actually pulling off wildies. In fact, if it wasn't for the wonderful goal by Sabozlai against Arsenal, that game would have actually ended in a 0-0 draw. And then against Bournemouth, some in periods of play in that game, they were actually outplayed by Bournemouth, but eventually ran out 4-2 winners. And then in the game against Burnley, I remember that they were so poor, man. They actually needed a last-minute penalty to get over Burnley. So let's hope that they have turned the corner. Let us do hope that Liverpool may have turned the corner. At least they can now start their season. And I'm pretty sure that another thing that has also been an issue for them is the whole Jota hangover. Because, like I said, if you lose a player, a key member of the dressing room, and you know that no matter what happens, that guy is not coming back. It definitely is going to affect your team. In fact, a number of times Salah has mentioned it. You could see Salah, especially in the first 5 games of the season, you could see that he was playing with some tears in his eyes. And whenever the games would finish, you'd see like he's collapsing the ground, and it's like, oh my god, what's going on? Man, I feel so sad, man, because you see, Jota was a very likable figure for in the Liverpool dressing room. So eventually, like I said, these people are not robots, man. They are not robots. You don't expect them just to wake up. They have lost a teammate. They're supposed just to kick things on and just pick up from where they left off and just move on. No, it's difficult. It's quite difficult. Yeah, because you see, there's no way that you can dictate to somebody how they should grieve. At least they say that there are the 5 stages of grieving and such, but at the same time, you can't really know how somebody is going to grieve. So the best thing is let them figure it out as they move along. And that is what Liverpool, I think, have been trying to do, which has actually taken a bit of time. But I will not be they're not really out of the woods yet. I'll not be surprised if they are to pull off some of those poor performances that they have had in recent distant past, especially in games against Crystal Palace, Chelsea, another loss against United, also against Brentford. I don't really expect them to turn things around quite yet, but at least this is actually an impressive start because at least they are slowly turning the corner. You slowly turn the corner as you move on, as you go forward. Yeah. And you see in their, because they had actually lost, was it 7 games in their previous 10? So this is actually their third victory in 10 games. The others were losses. So at least this is actually the first time since late September that they have managed to get back-to-back wins in all competitions. Do you cover tomorrow's games? I'm still undecided. I'm not sure that I'm gonna cover tomorrow's games. I might just cover. But tomorrow's games appear a little bit dead. But anyway, we're just gonna cover them, eh? Yeah, cause for tomorrow's games, let me see. Oh, we have good man. Where's my internet acting? We have Karabakh versus Chelsea, Pafos, the debutants versus Villarreal, Man City, Dortmund, Inter, Kairat Almaty, Benfica, Leverkusen, La Bruges versus Barcelona, Ajax, Galatasaray, Marseille, Atlanta, and Newcastle Athletic Club. I might cover them. So, but let me not promise you that I'm gonna do that. But just be on the lookout for any um links or that I do put out there on the channel, and at the same time, yeah, I'm sure, yeah, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna schedule a stream for way earlier, so at least you're gonna be able to see it, especially when you go on your YouTube. So anyway, thank you so much, guys, for being part of this watch along. It's been very impressive today. I've actually enjoyed the night of football. Wonderful games, man. And as always, if it's your first time here on the channel, do make sure that you like the video and subscribe to the channel. And also, if you're a returning subscriber, make sure you support the channel by liking the video. So, thank you so much for those that have been part of this watch along. Yeah, at least we've gotten to see some impressive performances. Do hope that Liverpool are beginning to turn their corner, so at least they can see where they can build at least some bit of form before the Man City game, because form is actually very important. As you can see, what is actually saving Arsenal right now is actually the impressive form that they have. So they've actually built a very good spine in defense, and with that, it actually helps them kick on even into the other game. So let us do hope that at least Liverpool are gonna put up a fight for their title. They're not just gonna surrender their league title like that. But anyway, thank you so much, guys, for being part of this. As always, it's your first time here on the channel. Do make sure that you like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you're gonna come across this video as soon as the live has ended and it will be your first time, make sure you support the content by subscribing to the channel and liking the video. If you're gonna be a returning subscriber, do make sure you support the channel by liking the video as well. Anyway, thank you so much for being part of this. Tomorrow, I still have not yet decided whether I'm gonna cover the games, but just be on the lookout. I might actually schedule the game early enough so that at least you guys are able to know whether we're gonna cover that game. But thank you so much for being part of this, guys. Do have a wonderful night. Hope you guys enjoy yourselves. Peace.